Welcome to Geography class. Here in this video, we are going to discuss about the Earth's atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is similar to a jacket for our planet. It surrounds our planet, keeps us warm, gives us oxygen to breathe, and it is where our weather happens. In my previous video, we have already discussed about the composition of the atmosphere, and here in this video we are going to discuss the structure of the atmosphere, or you can say the layers of the atmosphere. So let's move. Earth's atmosphere has 5 layers: the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and the exosphere. They go from the ground all the way to the outer space. To learn more about each layer of the atmosphere, you have to watch the video very carefully. First, we are going to discuss on the troposphere. When you feel the wind on your face, see clouds in the sky, that means you are experiencing the troposphere. It is pretty nice layer to call home. Tropos means change. This layer gets its name because weather is constantly changing here. In this layer, we can see the mixing of different gases. The air is densest in the lowest part. In fact, the troposphere contains 75% of the mass of the entire atmosphere. The air is composed of 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, and the last 1% is made of argon, water vapor, carbon dioxide, etc. The altitude of the troposphere is 8 km at the poles and 18 km at the equator. Do you know why is the thickness is greater at the equator? Because equator gets the direct sunlight. That's why the air is warm and the heated air rises to a greater heights. That's why the height of the troposphere is more at the equator. And another interesting thing you will observe here, that is normal lapse rate. So what is normal lapse rate? The normal lapse rate means with the increase of the height, the temperature will decrease. So it will decrease 6.5 degrees centigrade per 1 kilometer. So if the temperature is 32 degrees centigrade near the ground, then after 1 kilometer it will be 25.5 degrees centigrade. I hope you have understood this. The troposphere is the theater for all kinds of weather phenomenon like cyclones, anticyclones, storms and precipitation, because maximum amount of water vapors and solid particles lie in this layer. Now the tropopause. The upper limit of the troposphere is known as tropopause. So we can say tropopause acts as a boundary between the troposphere and the next layer, which is stratosphere. Now, what is stratosphere? Please remember, above the troposphere and below the mesosphere, we have the stratosphere. Strat means layer, or we can say it lies beyond the tropopause up to an altitude of 50 km from the Earth's surface. This layer of our atmosphere has its own set of layers. There are no storms or no turbulence. That's why cold and heavy air is at the bottom and warm and light air is at the top. That's the opposite of troposphere, where we live. If you want to climb up a mountain in the stratosphere, do you know what will happen? You will feel warm as you get closer to the top rather than feeling cold. That means with the increase of the altitude, the temperature also increases here. But there are no mountains high enough to reach the stratosphere, so you don't need to worry about it. But why the temperature is increasing here? Because in stratosphere you will find the very important ozone layer. The ozone layer helps us protect from the ultraviolet radiation which comes from the sun. So because of the absorption of the ozone, the temperature increases in stratosphere. Next, we are going to discuss on the mesosphere. The mesosphere lies between the thermosphere and the stratosphere. Meso means middle, and this is the last layer of the atmosphere where you can see the presence of dense atmospheric gases. Still, the air is thin, so you would not be able to breathe up in the mesosphere. Mesosphere continues up to an altitude of 80 km from the Earth's surface. And again here, with the increase of height, the temperature will decrease. It is the coldest layer. The temperature gradually falls to -100 degrees centigrade at 80 km altitude. Now I have one question. Have you ever seen a meteor shower where meteors burn up and streak across the sky? Some people call them shooting stars. Those meteors are burning off in the mesosphere. Yes, in this layer. The meteors go through the exosphere and thermosphere easily because those layers do not have much air. But when they hit the mesosphere, there are enough gases to cause friction and create heat. Because of this, meteors burn up in this layer. Now, the next layer is thermosphere. The thermosphere lies between the exosphere and the mesosphere. Thermo means heat, and the temperature in this layer can reach up to 2000 degrees centigrade. Just imagine. But here is also one interesting thing. If you want to hang out in the thermosphere, though the temperature is 2000 degrees centigrade, but still you can feel cold. Do you know why? Because there is no enough gas particles to transfer the heat to you. The thermosphere is the home to the International Space Station. This is also where you will find low Earth orbit satellites. Now, another interesting layer is also called the ionosphere. Generally, it is the upper layer of thermosphere, but according to the NASA, it overlaps the exosphere. It is very active part of the atmosphere. It grows and shrinks depending on the energy it absorbs from the sun. Its name comes from the fact that gases in this layer are excited by the solar radiation to form ions, which have electrical charge. Because of the electric charge, radio waves transmitted from the Earth are reflected back to the Earth by this layer, and temperature starts increasing with the height in this layer because of the radiation from the sun. In the ionosphere, charged particles are affected by the magnetic fields of both Earth and sun. This is where auroras happen. those are the bright, beautiful bands of light that you sometimes see near the Earth's pole. The exosphere is the outermost layer of our atmosphere. Exo means outside. The exosphere is the very edge of our atmosphere. This layer separates the rest of the atmosphere from the outer space. It is about 10,000 kilometers thick. That's almost as wide as Earth itself. The exosphere is really big. That means to get to our outer space, you have to be really far from the Earth. The exosphere has gases like hydrogen and helium, but they are very spread out. There is a lot of empty space in between. Temperature gradually increases through the layer as it is exposed to the direct sunlight. But again, you cannot feel that temperature because of the absence of dense gas particles, or you can say the air density is very thin here. This layer coincides with space.